What it do, YouTube?
What's
It's your
up?
boys,
What's up?
Nugget and Kudi here, man. You know what it is. Across the Rams, man. Week 10, bro. Nugget, what we drinking today, man?
Well, today we're drinking some Basil Hayden Kentucky Mules. Man, these are good, right? They're smacking. I mean,
fire.
We're gonna have a couple on this episode. It's Friday. It's all afternoon time. We're gonna enjoy it today. I know that for a fact.
That's facts. No.
But I first want to apologize. Life happens. We threw out some content on our Instagram, which you gotta follow. Shout out to Instagram right now. What's up? What's up?
And our Instagram, if you look up Instagram at Across the Rams, verbatim, Across the Rams.
I'll put it on the bottom of the screen. It'll be on the bottom of the screen. You can't mess it up.
Yeah, you can't mess it up. Everybody go hit that account, follow us. We're gonna be following a bunch of Rams fans, and we're also be doing a little giveaway.
Let's wait till all right, let's tell them right now. So we are going to be giving a Bone Aaron Donald jersey away to one of you guys.
Yes, sir.
The way you're going to win is you need to jump on our Twitter right now, and we're going to be having the contest rules on there. And all you got to do is follow those rules, and you can be entered to win. I mean, come on. You know how badass those
We'll also be
jerseys
throwing
are.
it on the Instagram, too.
Yep.
It'll be both on Instagram and Twitter. Just follow the rules. We'll be posting it on both of those socials. So if you just follow them, you will get an Aaron Donald Bone jersey, man.
Oof,
so
it's bad. It's bad.
It's bad. Y'all saw me wearing it a couple weeks ago on the podcast.
You're going to give away yours? You're going to give away yours?
Not mine. Not mine.
Okay.
I'm keeping mine.
I'm like, man. All right. Shit.
I'm keeping mine, bro.
Game-worn jersey.
We're getting another one for y'all. Don't even worry about it. We got you. But yeah, y'all follow our Instagram, follow our socials to keep updated. But yeah, that giveaway is coming up in the next couple weeks.
Yeah. Well, let's jump into the recap from the last game we had.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. We didn't lose last week.
No.
We had a bye. That's why you didn't see us last week. We had a bye. You know, we do have to go back to the week before, week 8, and I know you have a lot to say about the game, so I'm just going to hand it off right away to you, because I know you feel a type of way about that, man.
I do feel a type of way. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to rant right now. I'm going to do a little Rams rant. Okay. I'm not going to lie. I'm not happy, bro. Because if you guys saw our Insta Live, you saw how confident we were going into this game, man. We were of the most supreme confidence. Kind of similar.
I threw out a warning out there.
You did throw a warning. You said, hey, they're professionals. We got to take them seriously. But we were still really confident. It kind of reminded me of the 49ers game when we were so confident going in, and we just got absolutely just disappointed. And the most frustrating thing to me about this week is that we played so bad, and we still could have won, you know?
Yep.
And those kind of mistakes, especially coming down in the second half of the season, if we really want to make the playoffs and we really want to make a push at the Super Bowl, we need to clean it up, especially our offense. So I'm just gonna go just from the beginning. Our defense this whole year has really been our strong suit.
Shutting down.
We get led by our defense, and I think that's something that's good because what do you
defense wins championships?
Exactly.
I mean, we only gave up 14 points in that game.
Exactly.
That is that's not a good defense. That's an exceptional defense. I know they did score 28 points. If you missed some of the game, 2 of those were from one was a defensive touchdown and one was a pick 6. So that's not the fault of the defense. They gave up 14 points. That is damn good.
And 0 points in the second half. If you're looking to get back into a game, that's the type of defense that you need. And the defense is going to keep you in the game. And they fully bailed us out. They kept us in the game. We would have gotten blown out if our defense didn't tighten it up, even when we were down 28-7. And they kept us in the game. But just down the stretch, I think they did a phenomenal job. But if we really want to be better and we really want the playoffs, our offense has to be better. Jared Goff has to be better. And I'm sorry, I'm going to say it. McVay, you got to be better, bro. I had to say it.
Hurts. It hurts, but hey.
I love McVay. Use my...
What do we always say here? I get it.
I love McVay.
McGenius. But what do we always say here? We're not going to sugarcoat it. We're not going to bullshit you. We're going to be those honest Rams... that honest Rams podcast.
We're honest. I'm not going to say we're a critic, per se.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
I'd say that we see it how it is, and we're gonna respond how it is. We're not gonna sugarcoat things.
What good is going to sugarcoat? That's exactly what I was going to say. There's no good in that. So we're going to be honest. Maybe I'm throwing you on the spot here, but do you see any holes in McVay or?
No, I just think we started off this season so consistent, and then later, halfway through the year, we're starting to show inconsistencies when it comes to our offense. Like, in the beginning of the year, it was consistent. You were going to get half and half running and passing plays.
Yeah.
But just starting off this game, we started off the game. Aaron Donald gets a forced fumble. We're on the 20-yard line. What do? 2 Henderson runs, another run, we're in the end zone.
Yep.
And our offense was rolling after that, but all of a sudden we got stagnant and we started complicating things when we really didn't need to. And I think the biggest problem that McVay was really doing this game was he kept running an empty set for Jared Goff. And you could see the empty set issues from the beginning of the game. We start the game, we come down, we get the forced fumble by Aaron Donald, we're on the 20-yard line, we come down, we score, we're up 7-0. Right?
I like that.
They get the ball, we get the ball right back. Right? So it's 7-0. In the beginning of the first quarter, we're stomping down the field. We're on the 40-yard line. We're about to, we can get more points, go up by even more. What do? We run an empty set on 2nd and 2 on the 50-yard line. Our 50-yard line.
Get that fucking.
And what happens? They get an easy. They read that we're giving it to Cooper Kupp, and they get an easy interception. So that was the beginning. That was the beginning of the problem. And then we just kept staying with that formation, and it hurt us later down in the half.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I just think we just need to be a little more solid on offense. And I mean, you saw it after they tied it 7-7. Later in the half, Taylor Rapp makes a perfect play, forced fumble on their 10-yard line. We get the ball right back. Right? And it's 7-7. All right, we can go up 14-7. It cannot be too bad. But then what do? We run the empty set. On our own, we're 15 yards away from the goal line. We run an empty set after we just saw how good our rushing attack worked on the goal line last time. Guess what happens? Blindside. Jared Goff gets absolutely crushed. Fumble. Andrew fucking Van Ginkel gets a fumble 6, man. Are you kidding me, bro? Like after that, I was depressed. I was sad.
It was a tough.
It was tough, but we still had our opportunity to get back in the game.
We
after
did.
All that happened.
I mean, when you shut them out in the second half completely, 0 points, absolute shut down in the second half. You're giving your team a chance to win, and the offense let the defense down.
I'm just saying, throw the empty set in the trash can. That's done. I don't know why we even thought about doing that. Let's throw that away. All we should do, we should focus. We have to always keep a running back in the backfield. If they are not getting the ball and rushing, we should run a play action, and he has to help block because Jared Goff. I'm sorry, I'm about to rant again.
Ooh.
Jared Goff, man, he has cement shoes on in the pocket, bro. It's crazy. He has cement shoes. Did he roll out of the pocket a single time that game?
No.
I don't think he ran out of the pocket a single time. He was just stuck in there, just waiting. And he doesn't have the reaction skills to be able to just stand there and just wait the whole time. Bro, this is the NFL, man. They're gonna get to you.
These are professional athletes.
They are professional athletes. They're gonna get to you, bro. You gotta get the ball. You gotta get rid of the ball quick. And I think that's something that he was struggling with that game. He was staying in the pocket. He was staying stagnant. And if you can't move at all, he's one of the least mobile quarterbacks. If you can't move, it's hard in the NFL to really be one of the best quarterbacks. If you can't even fucking leave the pocket, man. Like even Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. Was it that week
touchdown.
when Aaron Rodgers had his rushing touchdown?
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm saying even Aaron Rodgers is mobile as fuck outside of the pocket.
Mobile as fuck. Yeah.
I'm saying like he really needs to improve that, and he needs to learn how to see pressure coming.
Yeah.
Because I think I felt like every single time the Dolphins would blitz and bring pressure, they were almost every single time nearly getting a turnover, man. Every time they're either getting a batted pass from Jared Goff that was in the air and they could get an interception, or they're smacking Jared Goff and he's almost fumbling it. So every single time they brought pressure and blitz, they were having a lot of success. And you don't think that other teams in the NFL are going to key in on that and realize that, hey, if we bring pressure at Jared Goff, he's not that good under pressure?
Well, he had 9 QB hits.
Mm-hmm.
Only 2 of them were only 2 sacks, but he ended up having 4 turnovers.
Mm-hmm.
That is game losing. That's like.
And I saw PFF. They said that Jared Goff had not only did he have 4 turnovers.
I don't want to know.
He had. I don't want to say he led the NFL this year in turnover-worthy plays over the Cowboys. 290 whatever pick rookie, whatever that dude's name is. He had more turnover-worthy plays than that man. That dude struggled city when he played, so he really struggled. And so it was. I mean, like, we were down, so it makes sense to just keep with him and just keep the passing up, but. It's just hard to win a game when your quarterback is just struggling like that. But yeah, I was just like I said, just a frustrating game. I gotta say, I was frustrated. But
can I talk about some good?
Yeah, let's do it.
The rushing ability, the rushing yards was good. We had 131 rushing yards, and Cooper Kupp. I know you have a lot to say about Cooper Kupp. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But the Rams wide receivers were good for fantasy this week.
Really good.
I'm a big fantasy guy. I know a lot of you that are watching our fantasy guys, they did really good. So that's a good. Mm-hmm. But one thing I really want to talk about, we're still in this, guys. We're still in this. We have a chance. If we beat the Seahawks this upcoming week, we are going to have a chance to be in first place in one of the, I think the toughest division in football.
They said that we have an 80% chance of making the playoffs if we beat the Seahawks this week.
Yep.
So it pretty much just goes to show that if we beat the Seahawks this week, we're in a good position to not only make the playoffs, but make a run in the playoffs.
We have the defense to make a run in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. When it starts to get cold, when the season starts to come down to it, defense wins championships.
Yeah, I love our depth right now with our defensive backs.
Mm-hmm.
We lost Jalen Ramsey. I forgot to mention this. We lost Jalen Ramsey right before the game. So our defense was down. One of our
He's our second best player.
Exactly. Our second best defensive player. We lost him right before the game, and we had a couple moments where we missed him, but for the most part, our defense did its job regardless. So I love our depth.
Well, Tua only had 93 passing yards,
and most of them he was put in a position to easily do that. You know, like he got on the
93 is nothing in today's day and age. That is absolute shit.
Yeah.
Anything else you have about this week, or should we jump into?
No, just pretty much. Even though we played that bad, like I'm ranting, we still had our chance to win, and I think that going into this second half of the season, we just need to clean it up a little, and if we clean up a little, we are right there to be not only one of the best teams, but to make a run in the Super Bowl. So I even as much as I'm ranting, it's still a positive rant because we still almost won the game.
Exactly. So, well, let's jump into the next segment then.
Yeah, let's do the next thing.
Let's 2, 1. All right, week 10, second divisional game. We are 0-1 in the division. Not preferred, but we have the toughest division in the NFL. I'm going to come out and say it is. It's no cap, for reals. But we have a chance, like I mentioned earlier, to be in first place at the end of this week. You were telling me 80%?
80% chance. Actually, I think it was 76. But
that's damn close to 8. Round up. Come on. So, 76% chance to make the playoffs if we win this week.
Yes.
Okay. So then I'm going to come out and say right away, the first thing we need to do to win this week is Jared Goff. He needs to put up 300-plus passing yards, which is very easily done because the Seattle Seahawks right now are allowing 466 yards per game, 30 points per game to opposing teams. That
Doo-doo
is
defense. Doo-doo.
doo-doo. I was gonna say atrocious, but that shit doo-doo.
Doo-doo.
Man, do you feel confident in that?
Well,
How do you feel?
I feel confident because the thing that separates us from the Seahawks is our strong suit is our defense.
Yep.
Meanwhile, their strong suit is their offense. So if you look at it from a matchup perspective, that favors us.
Yep.
Because like you always say,
Defense wins championships.
exactly. So
Bam.
defense wins championships, and defense usually wins a game. So I'm feeling confident that our defense is going to be able to hold up against them, and I feel confident that Jalen Ramsey is going to do a pretty good job on their best receiver, DK Metcalf.
That's a man's man right
That's
there.
a
We're
man's
gonna
man.
throw it out there, but
Yes.
Jalen Ramsey has been good this year. He's been sorry. That's disrespect. I'm sorry. That was it. You should have off the side of it. I'll be like, yeah, I deserve that. Nah, he's been great this year. He's
Best quarterback in the NFC.
He's earning everything that we were paying him. And I feel confident that he's going to be able to shut down Metcalf. And I want to just kind of clarify on that. If he gets up a touchdown like he did to Diggs in 44 yards, that's shutting down DK Metcalf. Touchdowns are freak plays in the NFL in some cases. Yeah, they happen every once in a while, but you hold him to 3 other catches the whole game, then you're doing damn good. That's all we need. We need him to hold him to under 50 yards, and 1 touchdown is fine. Because we know the Seahawks are going to score. They're going to score. They're putting up points. I mean, they put up 30 points in the last 2 games. The second one did go into overtime, or against the Cardinals did go into overtime, but they put up 30 points.
Mm-hmm.
They're a good team, but their defense is fucking doo-doo.
Doo-doo.
Doo-doo. Let's talk about what Josh Allen did to them last week.
Mm-hmm.
So we said that Goff needs to put up 300 yards, and Josh Allen, I mean, embarrassed that defense. You put up 415 yards, averaging 10.9 yards per pass attempt. That's an embarrassment of the defense, and that's what we need to do.
Yeah, if you watch that game, you could just tell that Josh Allen, the entire game, was just in his flow. He was locked in, he was dialed in, and that's what you got to do against the Seahawks, especially as a team that's coming into Seattle. You have to be willing to not only you have to match their offense, but you have to not only that, you have to exceed it because their defense is that porous. They're just
It's
reliable
obviously
at all.
easily done. The Bills put up 44 points against them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're just not a reliable defense, and I think that's something that we need to capitalize on.
We have, if we're gonna win, we have to. There's no other option. We need to be like the 2018 Rams and putting up 30+ points. That's what we need to do.
And that all stems around Jared Goff and Sean McVay. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
If those two are locked in, if those two are playing the best that they can, well, not Sean McVay, if he's doing the best he can, and if Jared Goff is playing the best he can, there's not many teams in the NFL that can beat us.
No.
And
especially, I got to coming off a bye week, man.
Yeah.
We're coming off a week where he had an extra 7 days to prepare for this game. You give McVay, it's like we're talking about the first game of the season. He has that time to really dissect everything that he needs to. He's going to do damn good.
Mm-hmm.
That's where he's successful. He comes up with those first drives, those formations that he needs. That's what we need from him. We need 2018 Jared Goff and Sean McVay.
Yes, absolutely. And I think that just us doing that, our defense off the bye week is going to be even that much better.
Yep.
And that is our
And
strong
when he's
suit.
rested.
Exactly. When you see Aaron Donald off that rest, you know that this is the game that he is going to be coming out with all his energy. He's going to be coming out trying to do the bet. Like this is our game this year for the regular season. Because like you said, we're coming off a bye week. We're coming off a really disappointing loss. So if all goes well, our team should be able to respond with emphasis, and hopefully we can send a message to the entire NFL that the Rams are legit this year,
Yep.
and we are really hoping to make a playoff run.
Huge game.
It'll be a huge sign for us to see how we're gonna fare in the playoffs, especially because the Seahawks are a playoff-ready team. They treat every week almost like they're really serious, So if we can test our skills against them and we can come out on top, I think that's gonna be an amazing sign, not only for the rest of the season, but especially for the playoffs.
2 things. First of all, we beat the Seahawks this week. That means they've lost 3 in a row. That is mentally changing for a team. To lose 3 in a row.
Especially when your offense isn't doing good. I mean, your defense is struggling.
Exactly. So the offense starts to get frustrated with the defense. You've lost 2 games against divisional opponents. So this is really a huge week for the NFC West. And the second thing, when I was looking at the Bills and Seahawks game, I saw a ton of sacks. There were 12 sacks in that game. Yeah. So first off, the Bills gave up 7 sacks. And Seattle gave up 5 sacks. So first off, that tells me Aaron Donald, our defensive line, is going to be able to eat.
Yeah.
But it also brings up a little question. Well, how is our offensive line going to do? Seattle did, at the trade line, acquire Carlos Dunlap. And I believe he had either 1.5 sacks or 2 sacks last week. Don't quote me on that, but I know he had at least 1.5 plus. Watched too many damn stats, can't remember everything. But that's going to be huge for us. If we can contain Russell Wilson and sack him multiple times in the game, that's going to be game changing for us. Mm-hmm. If we look at his first interception, it was the second. It may have been just in the first quarter, but this was a game changing play. The 4th and 1 against the Bills. What happened was the defensive end went significantly out wide, and when Russell Wilson went to bootleg to the right, he was met by a defensive end. So he had to panic and couldn't get around the corner just to get the 1 yard that they needed. So he tried to throw the ball away and ended up forcing the interception. So now they have the ball. It's 7-0, 20-yard line. They go and score to make it 14-0. That is game changing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I think you're zeroed in on the main focus. Mm-hmm. I think if we can shut down, it's hard to shut down Russell Wilson, but if we can contain Russell Wilson and his threats that he has at receiver, we're gonna have a really good opportunity. So that's where my key to the game came in. My key to the game was if we hold both DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett combined.
I don't even know this number.
150 yards.
Ooh.
150 yards combined.
Okay.
We hold them under that, we win. The Bills, how the Bills do against both of them combined?
148 yards.
That's it, man. That's the key, bro. If we can replicate that, and DK had like 100 yards.
He had 108.
Exactly. They did a good job on Tyler Lockett. So if we can replicate that, and they don't necessarily have the best corners, the Bills. We have Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah.
So he's gonna probably do a pretty good damn job on
150 yards. I like that, man. I like that.
Yeah, that's my key to the game. If we can hold them both under 150 yards, we're doing a good job of limiting Russell Wilson's weapons, and by doing so, we're limiting their offense, and that's their strong suit. And if we're able to do that, and our offense is able to do their job and have success, then I don't see the Seahawks winning against us. I see us coming out on top.
And we can definitely do it. I know we're coming off a bitter loss in week 8. It hurts to lose to the Dolphins. I'm not gonna lie.
It hurt bad.
All my life they've been shitty.
Yeah.
They've been doo-doo. I don't know. It hurt, but now we have a chance to really prove that we are a great team. We are a force in the NFL, and we are going to be making the playoffs. That's what this week we're going to come out and show, and we need to do that.
Mm-hmm. And I think that should be our main prerogative coming into the second half of this season is lock in, make the playoffs, and once we make the playoffs, then we can make a run. Let's not think like home run right away. Let's think, hey, one pitch at a time, one out at a time. Let's just make sure that we can make the playoffs, and after that, let's focus on the bigger things, which is, of course, the rings. And that's of course our biggest goal. But at the same time, we need a 0 win, and that starts with this week against the Seahawks.
Starts with this week. Well, do you have anything else to say about this upcoming matchup?
Not really. Just all I gotta say is, yo, Doolin.
Uh-oh.
I'm calling you out.
Uh-oh. My boy Doolin?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do with? What are you gonna do with?
You know, hey, I know I was supposed to be in Seattle.
He's a Hawks fan, isn't he?
He's
fuck out of here.
born and raised from Seattle. I know I was supposed to be in Seattle this weekend, bro. But you know I have that test on Monday. But all I gotta say is, bro, I'm calling you out specifically. You'll see us this weekend, bro, and we about to send a message to all Seahawks fans, man. Rams are the best
in this shit.
in the damn division.
I'm tagging you in this shit, dude.
Yeah, you just got tagged, boy. But hey, all I gotta say is Rams are the best in the division. We're gonna prove it this week. We'll see y'all on Sunday. Be ready to play. That's all I gotta say.
Yep, I'm gonna clip that shit out and tag.
Yeah.
Hey, let's see what's popping in Kudi's corner.
Let's see what's popping in Kudi's corner. Let's get it.
Yeet.
What's up, Ramley? You know what it is. It's the Kudi's corner. What's popping in Kudi's corner this week? Y'all know what's popping in Kudi's corner this week, man. Cooper Kupp and Robert Woods, man. They were the two sole bright spots from the loss against the Dolphins a couple weeks ago, man. Cooper Kupp got targeted 21 times that game. He got targeted 21 times that game. That means all Jared Goff was doing was throwing at him. He had 61 passes. That means a third of his passes was strictly to Cooper Kupp. So he was doing his thing. He and Robert Woods both combined for 18 receptions and 195 yards, with Robert Woods getting both a reception touchdown and a rushing touchdown. So they were really the few bright spots of a really frustrating, just disappointing week against the Dolphins. Moving forward later in this year, I see both of them, our dynamic duo, just continuing to do their thing, continuing to be bright spots because they just got paid, they just got that new contract, and they are playing reciprocatory football compared to their contract situation. So all I gotta say is, Robert Woods, you're doing your thing. You know, I'm repping your shit. You know, I got the jersey. You know what it is. Robert Woods, you did your thing. You're in Kudi's corner, and Cooper Kupp, man, you did your thing as well. I appreciate both of y'all. That's what's popping in Kudi's corner this week. And yeah, hopefully, when the weeks ahead, I'm gonna be highlighting them way more often. But yeah, that's what's popping in Kudi's corner this week. I'll catch y'all next week.
Yo, why don't you follow the Rams Instagram? You need to do that right now, right?
You gotta do that right now.
You gotta do that right now. And you know why? Because from now on, my Rams bets are going to be on Instant Live every morning. Every Sunday morning. Let me correct. Not every morning. Every Sunday morning, we're gonna be dropping those Rams player props, maybe some team props. I'm putting in time. I'm working on them. I'm excited for this week. I ain't even going to tease you with any because I'm pretty confident in these. Yeah. I feel like they're going to be some really good ones.
Yeah.
That's my surprise.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but just invigorating everybody. Follow that Instagram account. Like I said, it was at Across the Rams, verbatim, across the
Nice
Rams.
And easy.
Nice and
on
easy.
On the screen right now. Like probably right here.
Go follow this account.
Yep, right there.
And he's going to be posting his parlay of the week on there. And you'll also be catching new live feeds. We might be going live whenever the Rams are playing. We're going to be doing live content. We're also be doing other giveaways also on that page. So y'all make sure to follow our socials.
Speaking of the giveaway.
Speaking of the giveaway, let's talk about it again, man. Y'all already know. Aaron Donald jersey. We're giving out a bone white jersey on both our Twitter and our Instagram. Contest details are on both of them, so all you gotta do is just follow them.
Right
You'll
there.
get the details right there.
Yep.
So listen, follow both accounts and follow the directions, and you could win an Aaron Donald jersey for completely free. Nothing, no strings attached.
Nothing.
All you gotta do is follow our accounts and follow the directions, and y'all can win a jersey.
Nice and easy.
So that's pretty much all we really got for y'all this week. But yeah, just looking forward to next week, man. we gotta send a message, bro. Let's come out. Let's beat these Seahawks, man. Let's send a message to our division that we're the best in the division, man. I'm hyped.
Let's be first in the NFC West.
Yeah.
The toughest division in football.
Yes, sir.
And how are we gonna do it? Defense wins fucking championships.
That's right. You heard it here first, man. You heard it here first. Our defense wins championships. Our defense is gonna go off this week. So yeah.
You got anything else?
That's all I really got for y'all this week. Like I said, once again, follow the damn social.
Follow the social.
Follow the social.
You're making a lot of work for me. I'm gonna put all these fucking things in my editing, man. All right, well, hey, we out.
All right, y'all. Peace.
Peace.